Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna draw Sailor Moon. I'll be using a Muji sketchbook, a 0.5 HB lead pencil, and an eraser. Let's get started! First, with very light pencil strokes, let's draw a slightly tilted oval. I'm indicating the placement of top and bottom of her eye, and then drawing a slightly curved line that indicates the center of her face. And continuing with light strokes, it's super important to use broad lines to get the overall gesture and build a framework of where all of the components go. At this stage, it really doesn't need to look perfect. It's tempting to use an eraser right now, but don't worry, we'll fine-tune it as we go. And absolutely don't want to get into the details just yet. Her neck will be placed right below the center of her head. Let's look at the angle of her shoulders. I'm drawing the angle as one long pencil stroke as a guideline for building out the rest of her body. Draw an oval shape for her sparkly eyes following the angle of her head. And before you get to the full details of her eyes, let's fill in the rest of her face first. Pay attention to the vertical center line that we created earlier for her face and use that as a guideline to place her nose and her mouth. But also notice that the mouth is slightly off-centered, and this is because it's a 3/4 view. If you were to draw a frontal view, the mouth would be centered on the vertical line. Now that we have the general placement of all of her features, we can use a little more pressure to create darker lines, but still not too much pressure. Here we can fine-tune the lines that we drew earlier, but I'm still leaving some room for error, and I know that some of these lines are not going to be my final lines. Also, as you watch this video, notice that I am not completing one part, like finishing the eyes, but working on the overall drawing as a whole. And this is so that I can cross-check as I go to make sure that every detail lies in the correct place. Let's draw her bangs still using the vertical line as a guideline. When we draw her bangs, it's easier if you kind of think of them as a letter C just stacked together. We can fill in more details now and pay attention to the highs and lows of the lines of the eyes. As you can see, it starts off as a point on the inner part of the eyes, and then it becomes a broader line gradually, and this helps to create dimension and depth of her eyes. When we draw the top of her head, we can extend the curved vertical line to mark the center of her hairline. And make sure that the line is slightly curved because her head is a shape of an oval and not a flat surface. When I start to draw a line but I need a bit of assistance on where to end it, I sometimes mark a dot at the end of a point like this, and it makes it so much easier. Sailor Moon is finally coming together. And here I drew a vertical line on the center of her body so that I can use that as a guide. I should have technically done this earlier, but better late than never, right? I'm now finishing up this drawing by cleaning up and emphasizing the lines by layering the darker lines. This was my very first video and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. I would love to produce more content like this for you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment below and I will do my best to get back to you. Thank you and see you soon!